How's it going, everyone? This is my hello and welcome back to Chrono Trigger. In the last video, we finished the Sunstone side quest, and now we're taking on a side quest where we work with finding the rainbow shell. In the meantime, we saw that Marl's relationship with her father deteriorated to the point where he said, "Get out of my life, you're not my daughter anymore." So that's pretty sad. So we saw that we're in a place that reminds us of Chrono layer back from, well, the past. Now you may be wondering, what are we supposed to do now? Well, there's a note by Toma who was helpful in, well, finding more information about the rainbow shell, and he told us to fall into a hole. So we are in this place called the Giant's Claw, which turns out to be the Chrono layer in the future. So this is the Chrono layer after Lavos crashed into it and obliterated everything. And Lavos, when he came crashing down onto Earth, crushed the Chrono layer so hard it's mostly underground now. So that's pretty destructive. But as a result, what it means is that there are dinosaurs here. Oh hi. My god, the enemies here are actually annoying. Like not annoying, but they're tough. Like legitimately tough, which makes for a good challenge. Now I'm actually curious about some. Oh wait a minute, duh, there's a ladder. I was like, how can I get to this part? Then I saw the ladder that I didn't see earlier. I'm interested because there's a tab here. Power tab, yay. I'm mostly interested in giving power tabs to Frog since, let's face it, he's average and he also likes using a sword. I mean, he now has his Masamune. Oh hi. This is a good chance for Marl to level up too, since she's been the one who's been the most behind when it comes to levels. Ooh, blue rock. So first of all, you can see that Marl's rather behind in levels. She and Luca have been lagging behind everyone since I don't really use Marl and Luca in the end game, but well, so we got this blue rock which can access another triple tech by Luca, Frog, Luca, Robo, and Magus. Omega Flare, that actually sounds pretty cool. So I prefer to have Ayla in my party since she kicks ass. And so one thing that she kicks ass with is her Rock Throw ability. And Rock Throw does a lot of damage to those fossil apes. How much damage? Like about 1,000 or so, like 1,400. So that's the way to go back. So this is the way to go forward. So let's continue our journey down to hell. First of all, item. Lapis Lazuli, yay! Good, there's no enemies here. I was like, I've got to be fighting some enemies soon. Well, speaking of which, here's some enemies. We can, yay! Okay, so we can't go in here, but so remember what this was? This was the entrance to Chrono layer. So we get to go upstairs, right? If you remember Chrono layer, we can press these switches to make these monsters go by, like down to hell. Is there anything interesting here, I wonder? Well, there's an item. Nice. What do we get here? Frenzy Band. So this is pretty interesting. I should give this to Ayla. Why not? So the Frenzy Band is an upgraded version of the Rage Band. With the Rage Band, you only had a 50% chance of doing a counter. I didn't want to fight you, I wanted to press a switch! It's an interesting plot twist in that these lizardactyls have evolved so that they're resistant to electricity, which was the primary weaknesses of the dinosaurs. But those guys are resistant, so that they're immune. But thankfully, we can kick ass otherwise. Don't tell me these are. I wonder if are those guys rebels? Oh, there we go. Good job, Luca. I guess it also helps that oh, nice! You've learned Black Hole. Which means you're about to learn your final tech. And what is Magus's final tech, you may ask? It's something we've seen before. Dark Matter. That was the same attack Magus used on us back in Magus's castle, when everyone was saying, this is Magus's strongest attack. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, we're back in jail? Well, that's interesting. Wasn't this where Chrono and everyone else was imprisoned? Well, that's pretty interesting. I wonder if we can get out. Yes, we can.
Come
Cool,
on!
we have a way out. That's good to know. Now, if I recall correctly, we gotta go further down into hell. So, I'd recommend saving here and preparing for the battle coming up ahead, since there's a battle coming up ahead. So I'm trying something else out. I'm gonna try Luca, Magus, and Ayla. And I also made sure that, well, Luca already has her Taban suit, but Magus has the new red mail, and Ayla has the ruby armor. So you can see that we have prepared ourselves for fire. Why do we need to prepare for fire, you may ask? Well... Ooh, a mid-ether. Mid-ether, nice. Sorry about the cut. I got lost for a second. I didn't notice that this was a door. I was like, this has to be a door, right? But that sounds scary. That doesn't sound friendly at all. Oh my god, you're huge! Wait a minute. You know what you remind me of? You remind me of Azala's Tyranno. In fact, you are the very same Tyranno that fought us. This is the same Tyranno from millions of years ago. It's the same story where it wants to destroy you by using a strong attack. I wonder, do you have anything useful? Red mail, nice! Even more red mail. So, it's the same story, except it doesn't really begin with attacks. It goes straight to the point, being all like, I'm counting down to my ultimate attack. Try to kill me before then. Oh wait, you won't be able to destroy me before then. So I will destroy you. Permanently. So I'm going to be using Luca's tech here, which allows us to, well, inflict a lot of damage with Mega Bomb. And Ayla's kicking ass too. I wonder if Luca and Ayla can dual tech. They can, but I think this is a boss that benefits from us using our single techs one at a time. Making sure that we use our strongest single techs right now, and Luca has one hell of a single tech. I wonder, Ayla's turn is coming up, so I'll deal with her first. So Tailspin does magic damage. Dino Tail, it requires us to have less HP, so I want to try doing, I guess, Black Hole is impossible. Does it do more damage? It doesn't do more damage, right? It's like a multi-targeting version of the other move. Yeah, so it's not really worth it compared to, well, Magus's other attacks. Now you may be wondering, why am I using these three? Eh, why not, right? So keep on using our strong attacks. Dark Bomb is going to be the most essential and just good enough for Magus, as unsatisfactory as it sounds. So you may notice that we don't really have a healer, but we're all just offensive people. I wonder, I think I've managed to get through this battle without having Rust Tyranno use this powerful attack on us because of how we just keep on wailing on him. Like, we're doing about 3,300 damage per turn, so that's not something to laugh at or sneeze at. Ayla, you can do better than that. I mean, we're doing the best we can, unleashing our strongest attacks on this Rust Tyranno. So as you can see, this Rust Tyranno is expected to have some incredibly scary fire attacks. And as you notice, our HP is going down since, well, its roars will make our HP go down. It was the same scenario as before, where it roared at us being all like, "Rah!" And it scared us to the point where we're all like, oh crap, we're kind of afraid of you. Also, in retrospect, I should have given Luca something like a gold stud or something that would have conserved her MP, but whatever, just live and not die. You know, like da-da-da, stuff like that, right? I'm actually curious if he can kill Rust Tyranno before he finishes his countdown. We're not dealing the most amount of damage possible with... Oh no. Okay, this is awkward. That's very bad timing, Luca. Okay, so it all comes down to this final turn before this guy unleashes his fury on us. I have fury, right? Come on, Ayla can do better than that. Alright, this may be our last round of attacks before he unleashes hell on us. So let's see what he's gonna do. show us your worst. So as you can see, Luca's Mega Bomb is incredibly stronger than her previous attacks. It's still fire-based, so if you still want fire-based damage, you've got your wish. Okay. No, I didn't want to attack you! I wanted to get out of that menu! Oh, I wanted to do 700 more damage. Okay, here we go. So, he does fire damage to us, which is... actually doesn't do a lot of damage, because we're well equipped. So, the red mail and the ruby armor can potentially break this battle, and, well, Ayla and Luca have equipment that... I mean, Luca's Taban armor allows her to essentially resist fire, so... I guess that was a little anticlimactic since we were just well prepared. Wow. That was explosivo. But I wonder what's over here. Let me just bring Marl and... Robo into this. Why not? So what's at the very end here? Ooh, this looks like Helix, Lord Helix, but in rainbow reincarnation. Isn't that pretty heavy? In fact, at the castle. Ooh, the Guardia Castle. So... oh. I guess we're already done with the Guardia Castle. I mean, Dragon Claw. So we teleported all the way back to Guardia Castle. Hi guys, I probably should have had Frog in my party, but I see everyone is doing well. The chef and chief commander must be, well, brothers and being nice. Or the next century after that, you know, until like 1000 AD or something like that. For the sake of Luca? Okay. I guess it's because Luca's in the front of our party, but yeah. So the people of Guardia are going to help us bring the rainbow shell into the castle. And it's going to be a national treasure and it's going to be protected. So we can pick it up in the future. Which is nice of them. Yay, they're so nice. I kind of regret not exploring more of, I think, the Giant's Claw since I missed out on a tab. I think it's a power tab. But... I mean, I don't plan to get on every single tab, since I'm not going to get the tabs from that racing minigame, but thankfully, the Epoch is back over here, which is incredibly convenient. So let's go back to the present. So now, we should have access to the rainbow shell, right? Now, let me prepare for a second. Okay, so I have in my party Marl, Frog, and Magus, since, well, it's the same story as usual. I gave Marl Magus' amulet, which protects against status ailments, and also gave Frog a Nova armor, which also protects against status ailments, and Magus' Gloom Helm already protects against status ailments. Now, isn't that curious? Why would I care about status? I don't know, since all we want to do is pick up the rainbow shell from Guardia Castle, right? So, let's see how things are going. What? You mean the treasure of the rainbow? What throughout the century? Excuse me? Okay, what happened since we changed the timeline? What trow? What's going on? Why is the king on trial all of a sudden? And we can't okay, I need answers. What the hell's going on? Why is the king on trial? I mean, sure he was a dick to Marl, but that's not something worth going to trial on. Nice. Like, this whole place has to have symmetry, right? So, I kind of want to know... Oh, this looks nice. Can we have some food here? I'm the princess. I demand food. No, there's nobody here. Well, I mean, there are people here. Cut the foolishness. What? Why would you want to poison the Chancellor? The Chancellor's nice, right? Except for the fact that he wanted Chrono dead. So, before we move on, I want you to remember part 5. In this same castle, Chrono was put on trial, and you may find him to be innocent or guilty, but regardless, he was sent to prison, and even if he might be innocent, and even then, he was sentenced to execution. Unjustly, sentenced. So that's not right. Now, the other bit of the story is that the one who the one who wanted Chrono executed the most was the Chancellor. So I'm not sure if you should be trusting the Chancellor. I like how Marl resolves conflicts with screaming, which works all the time. So now this is something similar, something familiar. We're back in the courtroom. Never thought we'd be back here, right? But this time, the defendant is the king. The rainbow shell, the national treasure, right? What happened to it? What's going on? Yes, that makes sense. Wait, does the king not know about the rainbow shell that we brought to 600 AD? Oh, so that's the story here. So they put the king on trial because they're accusing him of selling the rainbow shell for his own selfish needs? That doesn't... Okay, so we know that the king is very rough on Marl, but he's not a bad person like that. Oh. Then again, it all makes sense if the Chancellor is trying to frame the king. But why? Why would the Chancellor want to dethrone the king by framing him? We need proof, huh? All of a sudden this seems like a Phoenix Wright game. An Ace Attorney game. Well, as they do in the Ace Attorney games, we have to go into our investigation mode and search for evidence, right? So we need to... Isn't this the Ocean Palace theme? Why is this playing here? With the Okay, this is very suspect. Very suspect. I guess screaming... Okay, I guess screaming doesn't work all the time. So, the proof of the king's potential innocence is the rainbow shell. Like we said, the king is put on trial because they're accusing him of selling the rainbow shell away. But why? What's the point of finding the king guilty? What's the point of framing the king? Yeah, since we gave the rainbow shell to King Guardia in 600 AD, it should be in the castle since it's a national treasure. So, if the rainbow shell was not sold, like they're saying, so if the king did not sell the rainbow shell, it should still be in the castle. So if we find the rainbow shell inside of the castle, then we can potentially prove the fact that King Guardia is innocent, despite what everyone's saying. What's wrong with you? Oh, wimp. We hire such wimps here. Dumb. So the snake's name is Dumb. The boss is itching to avenge a grudge that's been in the family for 13 generations. And Dumber. Really, guys? Really, localization team? He's going to frame the king? Who's your boss? So this boss must be related to, well, the people who are behind this conspiracy. This smells of conspiracy. Also, if you're curious, these enemies are the same level as back in the beginning of the game, which is why they're all very weak. Ooh, this is racy. I like this. What? Why would he sell to someone like you? You don't look like the guy who would give tons of money to royalty. This smells fishy. Oh dear. So the Chancellor is trying to frame the king by using false witnesses. So the Chancellor is behind this conspiracy. Is he potentially the boss of these guys who want to overthrow King Guardia? We're in something deep here. Also, if you're curious, everyone is weak here. Like I said before, they're all the same level as back in the Cathedral, which was the first dungeon of the game, so that's why we're not getting a lot of experience points or tech points. And that's why they're all rather easy. Lapis, that's nice. Strangely, we can't access the other two treasure chests, but let's move on and see if the rainbow shell is in the area. Hi guys, I would cut this out, but like I said before, these are all just very inconsequential enemies that I kind of wonder if the programmers kind of forgot to create new enemies for this part, considering that these are the same enemies from the first dungeon of the game. Hi. One thing I like is that the Ocean Palace theme is playing here, so that's a nice touch. Which is interesting because why would the Ocean Palace theme play here? Moving on, clearing the road of these inconsequential enemies. First of all, let's take these treasures. Ooh, treasure. Money, 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 money. I can't get everything though, that's a shame. Oh, right, the rainbow shell. So it is here. Everyone is lying. So the king didn't sell the rainbow shell after all. Oh, what's this letter here? Dearest Moral, I know things are tough between you and your father, but nothing can break your bond of blood, neither words or of anger, nor great distances. Someday, when you have children, you will understand. This special bond is part of a family tree which links us together. Queen Guardia the 21st, Leanne. Is that Moral's mother?
Come on!
Or... no, it must be someone else, right? Yeah, that must be Queen Leanne from 600 AD. So one may say that that could be... ooh, a prism shard. Oh, they're already about to decide on the sentence. Oh no, that's not good. This means we're running out of time. Alright, so I decided to bring Chrono back into my party, but we're running out of time. They're about to decide on King Guardia's sentence, even though he's definitely innocent. But we have proof in our hands. We have a piece of the rainbow shell. We don't need the entire rainbow shell. We only need a piece of it to prove that the shell is still within the castle. Now, as for that letter, that was from the queen back in 600 AD. But, you know, she is Marl's ancestor, and she was just emphasizing the fact that no matter what, family is important. So, whenever you're ready, let's go inside and bust some balls and bring justice back into Guardia. Oh, you're not going to scream your way in? How are we going to get inside the courtroom then? Well, at least one person thought that he was innocent, but... okay, so the king has already been sentenced to guilty. What does that mean for him? What's going to happen to him? Please don't tell me he's going to be executed. Oh, that's your ulterior motive, to take control of Guardia. Why would you want to do this, Chancellor? What's your motive behind overthrowing the king? Oh? Mara, what are you doing behind there? Oh, that's a secret entrance, huh? Nice! Break royal property with an epic introduction, epic entrance. No, you need to control yourself, Chancellor. But we have proof. We can turn this case around. Because you were setting him up. You're a crook. Look, we have the evidence here. We have the prism shard. The rainbow shell is inside. So what's the meaning of this, Chancellor? Why did you want the king to be overthrown? Why do you want to take over the kingdom? Just why? Why do you want to do this to your kingdom that you've been serving? Your ancestors? And who are they? Oh, why did everyone run away? Wait a minute. This seems familiar. This is Yakra 13, descendant of the Yakra boss we fought before. Yes, so as it turns out, remember back when we first fought Yakra in 600 AD? That Yakra was basically acting as the Chancellor, and because Yakra was acting as a Chancellor, he was able to get close to the Queen and kidnap her. So that's how the whole kidnapping debacle happened. Well, as it turns out, Yakra had descendants, and even though we destroyed Yakra in the past, Yakra's descendant wanted revenge. But what Yakra did was, he ended up doing the same thing his descendants did, which was to act as the Chancellor and infiltrate from within. Now, you may be wondering, does this mean that this Yakra, was he by any chance the same Chancellor who sentenced us in trial? Was he the same Chancellor who wanted Chrono guilty? The answer is yes. The very same Chancellor who created the whole trial and, who wanted Chrono executed through being guilty, his ultimate motive was to get revenge for his ancestors. It wasn't about justice, it was about personal revenge. That's why, even though we created the criminal justice system was skewed because the Chancellor wanted revenge, or shall I say, Yakra 13 wanted revenge. Speaking of the ancestors, he's about to do a pretty interesting move on us, which may be painful if we don't act aggressively here. So let's continue inflicting pain. And let's see what we can do while we stop you from killing us. Now, Yakra will use attacks that will confuse your party members, which is why I had status protecting items on everyone. But it's also recommended that you should keep your HP above 300. Or keep your HP up because Yakra has access to this, spike attack, which can be pretty painful. Thankfully for Chrono, he was wearing the safe helm, so... Needlespin version 13? What? Okay, you can start leaving him alone now. Now, thankfully for Chrono, like I said before, he's wearing the safe helm, which gives him protection against physical damage, which is pretty nifty. I wonder, I should have Marl use haste on herself, because haste is actually working wonders for Magus there. He's inflicting dark bombs and like bam, 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 bam. It's pretty nice actually. Also, there's something I like about how Magus is joining the fight against the descendant of a monster he indirectly caused to kidnap the queen. Because the original Yakra was serving under Magus' army, remember? But now, justice has been served. Court is adjourned. So what is that over there? Oh, that's so sweet. All of the misunderstanding aside, they still love each other. I will, sir. Who is that? Oh, hi, Melchior, what's up? Fancy seeing you here. Oh, nice, we can make weapons from the rainbow shell. Cool! So that's one reason why we want a rainbow shell. It's fine. The Chancellor was a dick, so, you know. The Chancellor must have been very manipulative, being all like, do everything for my bidding. But speaking of the Chancellor, where's the real Chancellor? Because surely Yaku must have been impersonating as the real Chancellor like before, right? Well, the answer is... well, did I go the wrong way? So you saw the sparkly thing in the courtroom, right? Hi. Yeah. History repeats itself, right? Hi guys. Objection. Overruled. Objection! Take that! So, here's a Yaku key. So like I said before, history is repeating itself. So remember where the real Chancellor was in 600 AD when Yaku was impersonating as a Chancellor? Well... hi! Fancy seeing you here. So yeah, it's a case of deja vu. Ooh! Okay, so they actually want to prepare for fun. See, everyone actually wants to... the main priority is supposed to be about the Millennial Fair that's happening right now, but... well, as it turns out, Yakura was impersonating as the Chancellor all along, so... that made everything incredibly awkward. Oh, that's nice. And now everyone is actually working on the Moonlight Parade. Oh, it's Pierre! How you doing, man? That's nice. Well, thanks for your help earlier. Even though it didn't turn out well, but we resolved everything. So now we know why the criminal justice system in Guardia was, well, messed up. It was because the criminal justice system was controlled by a corrupt beast. Oh, just like old times, right? There were some awkward parts in the history with Guardia, but now you may notice that this is a rather long video. For the most part, we're done with Marl's side quest, which is the Rainbow Shell side quest. But what are the rewards of this Rainbow Shell side quest, you may ask? Well, if you go to Melchior's house... hi, Black Omen, we don't want to deal with you yet. We have the Rainbow Shell, which we can... oh, wait a minute. Oops. It was silly of me to assume that Melchior would be able to carry that heavy Rainbow Shell by himself across a body of water. As it turns out, Melchior is down here since that's where the Rainbow Shell is. So let's see what he has done with the Rainbow Shell to create some ultimate super awesome weapons, shall we? As soon as we finish this run. So much running, guys. Hey Melchior, how's it going? As armor, it deflects magic? So I can choose between a prism dress and prism helms. I think I'm going to prefer the prism helms. Since, well, having great helms for all of us is worthy. So yay, prism helms. But one more thing. We have the Sunstone, and we're not finished with the Sunstone. So this is why I'd recommend finishing the Sunstone side quest before the Rainbow Shell side quest. Because now we can combine that with the Rainbow Shell to get the prism specs. Oh, there's more? But wait, there's more! What are you making first this time? A rainbow? Yay! Well, thanks, Melchior. So, let's take a look at what we got just now. If we can... here we go. Prism Helm. That's pretty awesome. Ups attack power to the max. That would be awesome on Isla. And who would this be for? Chrono. Ooh, this is like an ultimate weapon for Chrono. So, as you saw here, we got awesome prizes from doing the Rainbow Shell and Sunstone side quests. So, when it comes to side quests, we've more or less finished everything, and we've helped everyone out. We fixed Marl's relationship with her father. We resolved what's left of Magus's army. We found out about Robo's past, and made him, well, come to terms with who he is, Frog managed to put Cyrus to rest in a satisfactory way. But there's 2 more side quests. One we'll deal with later, and there's another one which has to do with Fiona and the forest. And you may ask, is this side quest going to be related to any one of these 7? Find out next time on Chrono Trigger. Thank you for watching, and sorry for this long video. Bye.